If you're going to take on a classic and bring it to the stage, adaptations can be challenging. Inside Lehman's David Zolnacki takes us to the theater for A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Belike, I want a brain which I could well.
When one thinks of the theater, there are few playwrights that come to mind as easily as William Shakespeare. His name conjures thoughts of passionate love, depthless tragedy, spellbinding drama, and men with donkey ears.
Her to work one day, and Mary lost her job.
One of Shakespeare's most famous comedies, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is a hectic and often surreal tale of star-crossed lovers, eccentric thespians, and the mystical hijinks inflicted on them by a group of mischievous fairies. On the eve of the marriage between Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons, and Theseus, the duke of Athens, a group of mortals find themselves caught up in the machinations of the vindictive fairy king Oberon. Be they the forbidden lovers Hermia and Lysander, or the unfortunate flamboyant members of the acting troupe, it seems everyone is in for a rough time.
Wait upon him. Lead him to my bower.
Acting in a Shakespearean play is no small task, coming with its own set of expectations and pressures. Despite this, the actors seem more excited than anything to be acting in one of his works.
Well, this was my first time doing Shakespeare, and I'd done Misanthrope, which was written in sort of a poetic language, but doing Shakespeare and like before the advent of realism in acting was a lot of fun to get to kind of just really follow his lines and the way he writes and becoming that character, so it was challenging and fun at the same time.
Although the story has been told for almost 500 years, director and professor David Sullivan provided his own spin on the material, one that fans both old and new can enjoy.
So one of the challenges in adapting the script for a contemporary audience is keeping the essence of the story there and being faithful to Shakespeare's intention with the story, but in cutting it down so that the play moves and is exciting for a contemporary audience.
Beyond the abridging, perhaps the most unique aspect of this version of the play is the setting, which is very different from the traditional forest location typically used for A Midsummer Night's Dream.
This space, we transformed it using sort of contemporary stagecraft, but the setting is inspired by 1950s, 1960s Italy.
This decision affects everything from the staging of the show right down to what the performers wear, lending it not only a unique mood, but a distinctly modern visual flair not frequently seen in such a production. The crew also decided to make liberal use of creative staging techniques to further bring the audience into this strange yet familiar world.
There's a lot of colors and a lot of transitions that we use with lighting, which we've never done before. And there's also cool elements like a smoke machine, projections, to help the audience become part of the scene and experience it all around.
But even with all the innovation and effort being put forth, there's still a question to be asked. What makes this story so appealing to audiences hundreds of years after its creation? What is it that allows such a whimsical tale to survive alongside Shakespeare's other heavyweights, like Othello and Hamlet? Even taking all the talk of duty and destiny, of mischief and mysticism, the answer is a simple one. Everyone likes a good romance.
I think there are a lot of themes in this play, but the main theme that I'm focusing on, and it's something that everybody can relate to, is a theme of love.
We have the aspect of love and passion and all those things that are still very much a part of human nature and the way we interact. So it's really all these themes that are enduring and I think will endure as long as we are here.
Well, I think the theme of the course of true love never did run smooth. I think seeing the conflicts of what true love actually brings about when you follow through with it.
Misunderstandings, confusion, complex relationships, and, of course, love. All of these have been a part of storytelling since the birth of the written word. It is themes like these that allow Midsummer Night's Dream to resonate so effectively, even half a millennium after it was written. They are universal, as much a part of the human experience as breathing, and they find their realization yet again here on this Lehman stage. It might look a little different, but you can rest assured the feeling is the same. David Zolnacki, inside Lehman.